What's going on? This is your girl Meccaglobal. Thanks for tuning into sbakermediagroup.com, StrongIslandHipHop.com. I'm sitting here with 5-Star. You want to say what's up to the people?
What's up, people?
First of all, give them a background on yourself.
Well, I currently live in Chicago. Been doing the music thing for about 4 years now. And been in and out of New York, doing shows in Chicago. Got a little radio promotion going on right now with the first single, so just grinding like always.
Tell me about your first single produced by Jimi Kendrix.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Man, it's a long story, but
we got time.
Jimmy and I got up really through the music. I actually initially did some tracks with his brothers. He heard the music, was like, who's this? And then from there it's been cool, so we've been just making music like that on the regular, and then we finally came up with this one song. He actually had the concept, came with the hook, I came with the lyrics, we kind of put it all together, and everybody been feeling it, so we're like, alright, well this is the one.
Get to Know You?
Yeah, it's called Get to Know You.
For those that don't know, Jimi Kendrix worked with artists like Tupac, Jay-Z, Sean G on it, so he's definitely a mega multi-platinum person to get to know.
Yeah.
You need to know that producer.
Yeah. and on the real, it is a privilege, you know, I mean, just to be associated with those artists and coming through. You know, he actually, you know, come with my background. Obviously, you know, I didn't have a lot of street credibility necessarily, but he just saw
talent is talent.
He just went.
Talent is colorless across the board.
Yeah, so for him to just realize that and go with it, man, it's cool. It's good.
Also, I just want to let people know he's a plastic surgeon, guys. Let them know. I need to bring that out because you definitely have an interesting story.
Yeah.
Was that on the radar? Like that was planned to be?
Yeah, I mean, you don't wake up
I know.
and do that.
I just want to.
It's been a lot of school and a lot of late nights, but yeah, I mean, really they just been running together. Man, what can I say? I went to college, applied to medical school, got in, just been doing it, and you know, it's a long road. You kind of look back and go, wow, but you know, you take one day at a time, just like you do as an MC. It's funny how they kind of intermingle a little bit because you gotta work hard at both to perfect that craft. But yeah, I do surgery.
And also, he's a poet.
Yeah.
You won an award. Tell me the type of award.
It's the Truth Award.
Yes, spoken word.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, I mean, it's cool, you know, to get an award for any sort of art form that you do is always a pleasure. But I actually came up through the spoken word circuit in Chicago, which historically Chicago's got a real deep spoken word history. So I was actually part of a group. I've written 4 books. Really came up through that way. It really sort of helped with the writing, and you know, just is a good segue into music, really.
It is.
As I think about what I speak. You know?
I understand. I'm a self-published author as well. Say the name of your book also, the sound of the...
It's The Sound When Tears Fall.
In 2006, you self-published that.
That's right. It was actually published through a small publishing firm in Chicago, so I didn't front the whole bill. You know?
That's all right. It's all right. But speaking of Chicago, shout out to Chicago. There recently was an incident with the young man, Darion Albert. You want to send any words out to the young men out there, the teenagers?
I mean, for sure, Chicago historically has a problem with violence. You know,
it's everywhere.
Oh, yeah. And you know, it's unfortunate that the spotlight only gets on it when something tragic happens. That's the real tragedy, because it really happens every day. So, but yeah, shout out to that situation. That's unfortunate.
Let these artists know the importance of having their digital game up, because you're all over the net on reputable websites.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's so important. One, because it's all about exposure right now. I mean, you can make the hottest song in the world, but if no one hears it, it doesn't matter. So exposure is key. Obviously, you got to shout out to iStandard, who is just putting everything together for me, and you know, just for online sites to be available for independent artists like myself. So it's really key.
Let me know, how did you hook up with J Hatch on the iStandards?
Well, actually, you know, they have their own little buzz going on. So initially, I came to do the Get Your Buzz Up showcase, and ever since then, we've been networking. He's obviously heard the music and seen the progress. So from that, we just linked up. And he said, I got some things we can do for you. I said, all right, let's see what you can do. And he's been phenomenal with this.
Who are some of your influences coming up?
Wow, I mean, I love the MCs of the 90s, so, you know, from Cannabis was like my jam, my shit. When I was coming up, The Roots, Nas, you know, all the lyricists. But really, I have a wide range of artists I like. You know, I draw on different. So I like to keep it really a lot of variety. But I'd have to say, like the big Puns, the big L's, you know, the ones, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, that's where my heart is. But, you know, I make music for the masses too. So.
Alright, that's no problem. What advice do you have for up-and-coming artists, entertainers, or whatever?
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing that we found that is most important is, you know, don't just do one thing. You know, don't just think you can go in the studio and make a hot song and just send it somewhere. You got to get your game right on all levels, whether it's on the internet, production, writing, photo shoot. You know, the whole thing got to be right. You know, if you're not right, you got to be excellent on all fronts. If you're only excellent at one thing, everybody is like that.
Let them know your website where they can go hear your music.
Definitely. It's so myspace.com/5star1 is the MySpace site. You can hear it all there.
You have Twitter or anything? Facebook?
Yeah, twitter.com/5star1. If you just put 5-star get to know you, you might be there all day. There you go.
Spell your name for them so they can search Google.
Yeah, so 5, the number 5, and STAR.
All right. One last thing. Excuse me. Is there anything you would like to say to the people who've been supporting you? Any shout-outs to people holding you down?
Right. Well, of course, I got to shout out my COO of my company, Shondell Harrison, sitting there to the right. But of course, I Standard, who always holds me down, and Jimi Kendrix. You know, you got to shout him out, and really just Octavius at the labels, and you know, people that have been showing me the support and really trying to make a wave, trying to find a major label to support what I'm doing.
Well, we definitely support what you're doing.
I appreciate
And
it.
any music, MP3s or whatever, just send it to J Hatch. J Hatch has all my contacts.
Right.
We support J Hatch and everything he's doing. So,
I appreciate
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is there anything else you want to let the people know?
I'm good. Just you're gonna be seeing a lot more of me. I promise.
Y'all heard him, right? Get to know him. Thanks for tuning into SBakerMediaGroup.com and StrongIslandHipHop.com. Nice to meet you, Father.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.